Yes, Sirski. What's good, y'all? Today we're gonna be looking at a video talking about Ashton Hall. Y'all remember this dude? Of course you do. I thought he was pretty much done, but I guess there's more information on him. But let's go ahead and get to it. Video by Indart. The title is Remember Ashton Hall? His life is ruined now. Let's get to it.
He gained roughly 20 million followers in a matter of months, but now can't go a day without losing thousands.
I mean, did he script this? Like, how was he able to lie so quickly on command?
The billions of views on his over-the-top morning routines have simply vanished, and lately, people have been treating him as nothing more than a walking joke.
When he made that video on me, bro, I was like literally so heated. I was high. I was like, how could anyone even do this to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, just feeling like a victim, like crazy. Like, I was like,
I don't even know what he did to really ruin it. I know he lost that race with Speed, but I don't know how he really destroyed himself. I'm curious.
like, dude, should I sue this man? Like, all this other crazy stuff.
His signature line, "You can reinvent your entire life in 1 year," now comes with an $8,000 price tag, and somehow this isn't even the worst thing he's being called out for.
He has no money whatsoever. He's
The
poor.
banana peel.
And so he has to continue to go on podcasts to try to prove to the world that he's 100% natural.
I'm Indart, and as always, make sure to subscribe with notifications on.
Shout out
Not long
Indart.
ago, Ashton Hall looked like a self-made success story. After his lifelong dream to make it to the NFL was crushed, he reinvented himself as a devout Christian and a fitness coach. He lived by this one simple message: nothing good happens after 8 p.m. Get to bed early, wake up early, pray, lift, repeat, and of course, he backed it up. He started posting daily workout clips to his Instagram, which was the beginning of his own online fitness journey, and for a while, it worked. He would post his shoulder workout, then his ab workout, followed by chest, legs, back, and repeat. Through years of posting these videos to every platform you can think of, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and even Facebook, it was no surprise that the message of discipline and self-improvement gained traction. But by the beginning of 2025, he wasn't just a niche fitness guy anymore. This was the time when his entire brand blew up. He hit 1 million followers as people were drawn to the promise of a body transformation as possible as Ashton.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference. That's impressive. That's a big difference. I'll give him that for sure.
2 million followers seem to come quicker than the last. The mentality this guy had about changing your life started going viral. Fast forward only a couple months later, he'd find himself celebrating 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 million with practically no other videos in between. He started averaging over 100 million views on his immensely early morning routines, with some even pushing over double.
Those
The
routine
format
videos
was
were
simple. Wake up at 4 a.m, hit a few push-ups at 4:20, by 4:40 he was journaling, watching motivational videos at 5, ice bowl the face around 6, sauna roughly 30 minutes later, then get changed and ready for a run at 7:30. Be back home by 8:30, banana peel the face at 8:40, look at how successful he is.
I can't lie. Waking up is actually very good. Waking up early. Waking up early, going to sleep early is... I've only heard good things about it myself. I'm not very good at it. I stayed up way too late last night. But yeah, because the times when you wake up early, you can get so much done and then look up and it's only like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And you still got so much more time in the day. I need to get on that. Do y'all be doing that? Y'all be waking up early?
For the next 40 minutes, a quick ice bowl again, and it's time to start his working day. At first glance, there's seemingly nothing wrong with this. It's productive and gets a lot done before the sun rises. However, as many people pointed out, the very problem is, what does he do for a living?
This.
Behind the carefully crafted videos and motivational speeches he brang, there was something a whole lot darker. A coaching business built on big promises. The promises that you will get fit, get rich, and ultimately transform your life, just like Ashton did. If you're keen on this course, the cheapest one you can buy is the Train With Me Gold for $3,300. You'll receive your own workout plan, demonstration videos, a meal plan, and a few other things. However, if you're willing to buy the
Do y'all think that's worth $3,300? Because at the end of the day, this is full of all information that, one, you probably already know, and two, stuff if you can find meal plans online that have been, you can find tried and true meal plans online and workout plans. Would y'all buy it if it was coming from Ashton Hall? Would y'all buy it for this?
Train With Me Diamond for $5,500, you'll get an extra 1 Zoom call bi-weekly. But if that still isn't as often as you'd like, the Train With Me Platinum for $8,250 might be your go-to, as you instead will get 1 Zoom call every week. On a Reddit post titled, "What are your opinions on Ashton Hall?" people seem to think his lifestyle is just for views and is fake. If he actually does live like that, it would be surprising since he seems to just be a fitness influencer and not making 6 to 7 figures in finance, tech, etc., with the fitness part being a side hustle. Maybe that actually is his life, and if it is, the morning routine is probably an exaggeration. Like, who dunks their face in sparkling water every day? And it seems like they weren't alone, as dozens of comments went on to agree. I literally just stumbled across a short of his, then went and scrolled back through more, and by the end, all I could derive from what I saw is the face dunk, banana and honey, and expensive indulgence with no real clear picture of what he's got to say. He doesn't just lack substance. I found a zero substance. After 10 minutes of watching,
Like,
I
they're onto
literally
me.
had to Google who the is Ashton Hall, which led me exactly here. Watching my dog eat grass is more interesting than this guy. For the people that actually bought his course, many of the clients said that they didn't get at all what they ordered.
At first, it was pretty solid. There wasn't many people. We actually got some help from Ashton, right? And it was cool. After Ash went viral, things went downhill really fast. It was very clear to me that going viral scaled his business way too fast, past what the funnel and system was capable of handling. But instead of stepping back,
I was thinking that, because I was thinking, like, as he got so big, even with those outstanding prices, he wouldn't be able to have a weekly meeting with everybody. Like, he would get booked up. I don't know if he had like some system where he only had so many slots open or whatever, but there had to be enough people that bought his courses or whatever, and it would be impossible. It would be impossible. You got 10 million followers, bro. All it, like, what if 1,000 of them bought your course and you got to meet with these people weekly or bi-weekly? It's impossible. So this must be why he fell off, or what his downfall was caused by, or something. Let's see.
working on the back end, they flooded the front end like crazy and left everyone in the back end out to dry, not fulfilling any services while continuing to collect more money.
They explained that the $10,000 one-on-one calls turned into 80 plus people just watching him, and that 9 times out of 10, it wasn't even him. It was just some random girls pretending like they knew anything.
Group calls turned into 80 plus people watching Ash when he showed up for calls, but 90% of the time, his babysitters, who are random girls with 2K followers who have zero, who never grown a brand or scale a fitness business. That's how it is in this industry. People prey on other people because they have the look. They look like they know what they're doing. All you have to do in this industry to fool people is just to look better than them. That's it. That's literally it.
The custom-made workouts were generic PDFs sent to everyone, no meaningful support, and no actual contact with Ashton himself. He briefly mentioned creating his own app with live workouts. However, it took over 15 minutes just to find it, probably because it only has 2 reviews and looks like every other generic workout app ever made. When loading in, I was instantly forced to give him my email, which I'm now suspecting I'll receive spam from this for the rest of my life. And then I was hit with a $30 per month paywall before I could even go any further. As Ashton Hall clearly has prominent muscles and a well-defined physique, it was pretty obvious that he was taking enhancements to boost himself. However, for some reason, he would go around telling everyone that he was natural.
You know, I would claim natty. I would tell people I'm natural. I wouldn't be shy to say it.
People estimated his muscle to height ratio to be well into the enhancement likely zone.
You know, what I care about most is height to weight to body fat percentage. 219 pounds here. The Asian height guy has him at 5'10". We'll be generous and give him a body fat of 14, just because I don't want people saying that I underestimated his body fat, and that very conservative estimate would give us an FFMI of over 27, which is possible naturally, but would make him like the elite of the elite in terms of bodybuilders. And if we bring his body fat to 12% or below, now he's getting up over 28. I don't make the final call, but it would be pretty ridiculous if he was natural.
Claiming the reason he said it was to help younger kids believe you can get that physique by being completely natural.
And I would say it because I would be telling the kids, or I'd be telling the guys like, yo, you don't have to hop on to get in shape. But it never bothered me. I was never pissed off about it. I don't want people to think that what I'm doing is normal.
But the community didn't like this one bit. Many said, if you're built like that and claim you're natural, with such a random routine and a business model around it, you're doing a disservice to impressionable young people.
So he's basically just scamming everybody and lying to everybody, and the world caught on to it. I mean, shoot, yeah, that's gonna ruin your career. I get it now. I get it now. I didn't know what he was doing before any of this. I just knew only about his little shorts with him putting his face in the water and, you know, jumping in the pool and staying in the air for 5 minutes straight. Y'all remember that? He jumped in the pool. It was like 6:05 when he first jumped. And when he landed, it was like 6:07 or 6:09 or something like that.
Back on Reddit, the conversation continued. That's the guy whose YouTube videos are all of him running. I don't know if he's obsessed seeing himself running on video. He looks great, but that ain't all natural. That guy is on something. Something more like just about everything. He takes several grams of several different compounds each week. My guy touches at least 6 needles on a weekly basis. Then the comparisons began. He's the black version of the Liver King, someone who sold a natty, ancestral lifestyle, all while hiding the truth. This one singular comparison is what completely shattered his credibility, as the Liver King is known for doing the exact same thing, only to a much worse extent. Then, for some reason, Ashton made a bold claim, easily admitting that he could beat iShowSpeed in a race. He's the most popular streamer ever, and quite literally as fast as an athlete. He's never lost a race to anyone that isn't the world's fastest man. This was Ashton's way to prove that all the grind, the discipline, the routine, it actually meant something. At first, people laughed it off, but Ashton doubled down. He kept on bragging about how confident he was, FaceTiming Speed, claiming he would win.
Listen, this is not going to be a good look for you, brother. I'm trying to put you on game.
On God. Okay, watch
You know
this.
you little bro, I'm trying to look out for you.
Bro, I promise you I'ma smoke your shit. I promise you.
Naturally, Speed started getting angry at how cocky Ashton was on the phone. So when they hung up, this was his reaction.
Chat, this gonna be his last.
Listen,
This gonna be his last
I
clip
might
on
change
Instagram.
my entire brand. I'm gonna be known as
This
the
shit
runner.
over with. Don't come
He
for
called
big
it
speed.
low-key.
I might even stop
Man,
listening.
fuck that.
Only.
Demon. Who the you think you is, bro? I'ma dust your ass, boy.
What followed
Speed is
next
hilarious
was a
looking.
disaster. On the stream, Speed demolished him. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but in 4 separate races. What made matters
I
worse
didn't know they raced
was
more than
that
once.
at the end of every race that he lost, Ashton would always come up with an excuse as to why he lost and they need to rematch. something like slipping over or just barely losing.
Run it back. He a fraud. I hit a pothole, man. Let's get it. You a fraud, bro. Let's get it. You with a pothole? Yeah. Okay, no more excuses. You see I fell.
As soon as the full-length video was posted to Speed's YouTube, the internet had a field day. He lost all his aura in one video. Speed literally tried to warn him. Bro couldn't take an L, so he took 4. Ashton Hall wakes up at 3 AM just to get humiliated. The chat would start calling him Ashton Fraud, and even Kai Cenat was frustrated with how many times he called for a redo.
Bro, you was watching the stream?
Hell yeah, you cook.
Just imagine your whole career gets failed just because you just bit off more than you could chew and you challenge somebody to something that they have never lost before in their life, probably. Speed was probably like in 3rd grade beating all the kids in racing. Like, nah, just imagine your whole career go down and then you get outed for fraud. People start saying you lying. You get found out that you're scamming people. All types of stuff because you took on a race that you should have known you wasn't going to win. And I mean, I'm sure he's really, really fast, but he looked like he's just too big and not tall enough to outrun a certain type of body type. Like, I didn't even know he was 5'10". I thought he was at least 6 feet, but I guess he's 5'10", and he's that big, 5'10", 219. Yeah, I mean, you just ain't gonna move that fast, bro. I'm 6'1", 215, and I'm pretty fast, but I don't know. I don't know if you could do that. I don't know why he did that. He killed himself. Oh, his career. He killed his career. Okay. YouTube police, don't lock me up.
Bro, hey, bro. Hey, he don't get it.
You gotta stop. Bro, you have to stop giving a second chance. It's one race.
Bro,
that's it.
I gave him 4 tries, bro. 4 tries.
No.
4 tries and he still lost. No. He kept rage baiting me. He kept rage baiting, bro.
He kept trying to get you angry, bro. That's how it goes.
And I got him.
But it went even deeper than just a race, as this was the moment where his whole brand, the discipline, the natural-born athlete, the unforgettable morning routine got exposed for what many people saw it as empty flexes. It started circulating online that Ashton was suing Speed for $10 million for simply beating him in the race, claiming that Ashton's poor performance not only cost him a much-coveted Nike endorsement, alleging the unfair interferences and distractions during the race directly resulted in the loss of his deal, where this one comment sums it up best. Ego so hurt, he's suing.
Ego so hurt, he's suing.
The whole thing fizzled out before anything actually happened, but it was already too late. It was the failing to accept his loss that destroyed his ego more than anything else. It decimated any trust he had left, his reputation in its entirety, and the respect from everybody online. Today, the clout is gone. The hype around him is completely dead. The morning routine videos feel soulless and only for the views, and every single comment section is filled with people making fun of him for the controversies that ended up totaling his career. Now that everyone is aware of the coaching business scam, it's highly likely that the vast majority of clients are out. He hasn't gained a single follower in over 5 months, and has actually—
Whoa, not a single one in 5 months, bro? Oh man, he's got to be freaking out. If I grew my following this big and getting millions on tens of millions, hundreds of millions of views on every one of my videos, and then I've noticed that I haven't gotten any followers, any engagement or whatever in 5 months, I will be sick. I'll be freaking out. He's probably freaking out. He's gonna go broke. I mean, he probably made a lot of money. If he's smart with it, he could figure something out. But this Money Avenue is pretty much done. Ooh.
Going on to lose over 50,000 in the last fortnight. It definitely doesn't fit the narrative of his story that reads 2026 will be bigger than last year, as he's resorted to now deleting many of his most successful videos. Therefore, it doesn't look like he's going to recover from this downfall.
Wowzers. So basically, this man lost a race and everything went downhill from there. He lost a race and then lost everything. Wow. So that's what happened to him. I didn't even know. I knew he raced speed, but I didn't know there was any like repercussions after that. I thought he just kind of laughed it off and went about his business, went about his life. Like what else can you do? Like if you lose a race, sitting there making up excuses and crying about it, it's just gonna make you look even worse. Just take your L and move on. Come back in like a month if you really want to beat him. Come back in like a month after some training or something. Get faster. Log the time that you hit and the time that he hit in your race, and then just run that. And if you beat that time, maybe try it again. But at the same time, speed is probably going to be getting faster and faster too. This man is always running, doing backflips. He's a true athletic. He just happens to be an entertainer. But if he wasn't doing YouTube or something, he'd probably be in some sort of sports. He'd probably be a track runner or something like that. I'm sure he'd be in something like that. But dang, so that's crazy. Sucks for bro. Sucks for Ashton Hall, man. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think he deserved to really lose everything like this? Or nah? I probably think I know the answer, but I'm interested to see any different types of takes on this. But with that being said, we're gonna pop back next time. Thank y'all for tuning in, and make sure you leave a comment. I look at every comment that's on these videos, and if you like these videos, hit me with a subscription. It really helps. And any of the beats that you hear in this video, throughout the video, from the beginning or the end, that's me. There's going to be a link to it in the subscription to that specific beat that you're hearing, and also a link to my producer page and my website, all that type of stuff, so you can get some beats if you're an artist. Let's work. But with that being said, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.